All right then. So now let's go ahead and create ourselves a new component called a theme switcher, right? So let's go ahead and create that. So let me get into the components folder, and here I'm going to create myself a new file called theme switcher.tsx, right? And let's mark that particular component as a child component, not a child, which means the client component, use client, right? Then I'm gonna bring that component, let's say theme switcher, save it. And for the time being, I'm gonna bring that theme switcher over here. Let me bring that theme switcher because we need to make sure whether it is working fine or not, right? So now I can see that theme switcher over here. Now inside this theme switcher, all I have to do is to get over here, and you can see we have a drop down. So just exactly the same drop down that we have to design. So let's search for the drop down menu. All right, this is the drop down menu, and you can see we have the drop down and everything over here. So I'm going to copy this import statement and I'm going to paste it. Don't worry about the rest of the stuff. Now I'm going to bring that drop down menu first, drop down menu. And then I need to bring the drop down trigger, and this trigger needs to be as a child because it is coming as a button inside a button, something like that. That's the reason. Because whenever you're trying to keep a same div inside another div, like a paragraph inside another, trying to keep a paragraph, and inside that paragraph trying to create one more paragraph, that could cause an hydration error. So that exact situation will happen over here if you not mark this particular button as a child, because you need to indicate this button has another child which is exactly the same button itself. Then inside over here, I'm going to bring a button which is coming from ./UI button. Okay. Otherwise, you can simply say @/components. That could also work, right? Then for here, for the button, I'm just going to say variant, which is basically it's going to be the outline. Then the size, of course, it is going to be the icon size. And inside here, I'm going to bring the sun. Okay. The sun, which is coming from Lucid React itself. That's the icon that we are planning to bring. For this class name, what I'm going to do is I'm going to define the height, which is going to be the custom height 1.2 rem. That's the custom height that we are defining for it. And the width, of course, which is going to be 1.2 rem, right? Then I'm going to rotate, it's going to be 0. Scale, which is going to be the 100%. Then transition all, oops, not translate, transition all, and on the dark mode I need to say rotate 90 degree, and on the dark mode scale, and on the dark mode scale it's going to be 0, which means the sun will be displayed on the light mode. It will not be displayed on the dark mode. That's the exact same thing that we are doing over here. Save it. Let me enable the word wrap so you can see it fully. Okay. Then over here, next what I need to do is I need to bring the moon, which is coming from Lucid React. Then for this class name, for this, which is going to be the absolute position itself, absolute height, of course, it's going to be 1.2 rem. Then width, of course, it's going to be 1.2 rem. Rotate, this time we are going to rotate 90 degree, and scale, which is going to be 0. Then transition all. On dark mode, whenever the dark mode has been activated, then rotate it to 0, and scale, which is going to be the 100%, like quite opposite exactly for the sun and moon, right? That is what the button is going to be. And you can see we have the sun icon over here. Then right after this button, right after this triggered menu button, I'm going to bring the drop down content, menu content. I need to align every content at the end of the drop down menu. Okay. Then I need to bring the drop down items, right? The list of items. So in this case, if this is how it looks, but I don't need these two. Just I'm gonna keep this system light mode, dark mode. That's it. Then whenever I'm going to click this on click, whenever I'm clicking this, I'm gonna call a function which is going to set the theme, right? So basically the set theme is a function which is coming from the theme provider, next theme providers. So we need to use a very custom hooks provided by the next themes. So const use theme, which is coming from next theme. From that, I'm going to access this function, set theme function. Then I'm going to use it over here straight away. Set theme. Then I need to set the theme, light mode. This is going to be the system, and this is going to be the dark mode. Save it. And now if I click dark mode, it will change it to dark. If I click light, it will change it to light. If I click system, it will change into system, right? This is all about the theme switcher. Let's remove the unwanted import statements, and that's it. Perfect, right? So try to keep always in a more aligned way. This is the default packages. We need to keep this on the top of them. All right. This needs to be on the top. Perfect, right? So now we finished the theme switcher and we know that this icon is working perfectly fine. And all we have to do is to go for the authentication. And that is what we are going to do next. We are going to implement the clerk authentication. Let's go ahead and do that now.